Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Henry Tenby, and welcome to Airliners Live. We are broadcasting live from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. This is a pop-up show, which means we are doing this as a special bonus show. Our normal show is every Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, but today is Tuesday afternoon, and we're on the north side here at YVR. We've got arrivals on runway 26 right, departures from the left, and just as I was setting up here, guys, I had the Lufthansa land, so he was perhaps early, on time, don't know. Usually he does arrive during our pop-up show, so after 3 p.m. So yeah, here we are, guys. As I say, I want to welcome everybody. I see some regulars here: Nabila D, Sue Lawson, you guys are up late, Mark Langston, and Esta, Ronnie Middlehurst. So a lot of our UK viewers are, I guess, going to catch the start of the show just before you guys head off to sleep. I realize it's about just before 11 p.m. Local UK time. So actually, we just had something. We had a large aircraft land on the other side, which was unusual. So let's just see what that was. It's kind of off there in the distance. What is that? Okay, that is a bit of heat haze. That is a Cargojet 767. So no wonder. It makes sense, of course, that he arrived on the other side, because that's where the Cargojet cargo facility is. So yeah, I was just curious as to what that aircraft was, but we'll follow him in. As you guys can see, it's a severe clear day here in Vancouver, and yeah, Bingleton Gaming mentioned that, actually. So good stuff. Thank you very much for that. Andy, Alex Poulter, good to see you. Oh, and Andy's here from Airliners Live, Manchester. Good to see you, Andy. I don't think you'll have to stay up for the full show. I think I may have it under control. We'll just see how it pans out. We've got another aircraft coming in on the other side. So we're just going to zoom over to that and see what that's all about. What is that? Oh, I guess that's another cargo bird. Yeah, it is. It's a Cargojet with winglets, 767. So, too bad they're not coming in on this side, but it is, it just happens, right? So, we might get a sneak peek. Yeah, there he is. We saw a little bit of him there. So, yeah, hopefully the Convair 580s will present themselves for us here on the north side. Yeah, but right now we can just kind of follow that aircraft in, and yeah, so happy. Many of our regulars are here with us, which is awesome to see, and it's warm. It's about 17 degrees actually. So, and clear, as I was saying, it's really clear. So we do have some heat that we're contending with, so a little bit of heat distortion there. So, as the sun moves around to the west and goes into the sunset mode, our light values are going to get better, and it's not going to be so backlit as we have now. As our regulars know, when it's cloudy, it doesn't matter. The light is completely diffused, and we don't have this backlit situation that we're experiencing today. But strangely enough, as I say, we haven't had precipitation here in Vancouver for some months now. We've gone months without any precipitation, so it's kind of interesting. So Lucas Aviation, thank you for joining us. Who else have we got here? Vitor Fernandez, 1708 from Hamburg. Excellent. Esther says, hi Henry, I finally caught the lifty over mine here in Liverpool yesterday. Okay, excellent. So I guess that was the Vancouver flight that flew over Liverpool on its away from Frankfurt, that I'm guessing. Could have been to somewhere else in the U.S. as well. So who else have we got here? Peter Piotr, greetings from Warrington. Glad you're here with us, Peter. Hope you'll enjoy our show. And generally we do get some nice heavies. Right now, again, an early arrival was unfortunately Icelandair. We've seen them arrive as well after 1500 local. So they were early, but I'm sure there'll be some other nice things to see for us. Nabilia D, thank you very much for the $9.99 donation. I really appreciate that. That is super kind of you. Glad you love your Canadians. We do our best to be impartial and take the middle ground. So that's us Canadians. So thank you very much, Nabilia D. I appreciate your support. Very kind of you. So we've got Trish D, who's watching from Sydney. I'm guessing that's Sydney, Australia. So hope all is well in Australia. Hope I guess it's your spring now. So I hope spring has sprung. And there we've got an Air Canada 330 taxing out from the center. And these are usually operating to Toronto and Montreal. And there's the other Cargojet 76, of course, in the background as well. So let's just see where this guy's heading to. This is going to be operating. Let's see if we can figure it out. It's going to Toronto. Yeah, it's the Air Canada 122 to Toronto. So there we go. And I've got an Air Canada's Vancouver Singapore as well on the field, but I don't quite see it. It's the Air Canada 2317. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I can't visually see the aircraft, but the flight radar says that it's lurking somewhere around here. So hello, Sandra Still. Thank you very much for joining us. And we've got plane spotting Mike off to bed. Well, good night, Mike. I'm glad you tuned in just to say hello. It's still very nice to see you here, giving your support to us. It's very much appreciated. You have a good sleep. Matt Smith, always good to see you here. And Samantha Simpson. Hello, Samantha. Great to see you here as well. Hope all is well with yourself. And Lucia Aviation says, I'm 11 years old, I think. Well, there's no age minimum or maximum to love aviation. We have young kids and people in their 90s, so it runs the full gamut. And I know myself, I became obsessed with aviation right here at this very airport in the 1960s. Earliest memories are 1967, actually, of spotting here at this airport. So I've been here a while, guys. So who else have we got here? Jamie Wood. Thank you, Jamie. And did I mention Ronnie Middlehurst? If I have, well, welcome again. And Red Hat Animations is joining us from Scotland. Great to see you guys here. I'm just going to check the flight radar and see what we've got happening on the field. In the meantime, I'll just point the camera over at this beastie. What is that? Yeah, it's a China Eastern A350 that's sitting in its usual parking spot in the concrete weeds. So let's just see what we've got happening here right at the moment. Let's see, it's a little bit quiet right now. We've got our next arrival is actually inbound from Calgary. This is Air Canada 737 MAX. It's the Air Canada 217, and he's just about a minute or two out. I don't yet see his landing lights, but I will be watching for them. So that's going to be our first arrival. And there we go, guys. That must be our Singapore? Yeah. Hang on, guys. There's something interesting about this. This says Vancouver, Singapore. Well, I didn't... Yeah, so Air Canada has, I guess, started a Vancouver-Singapore service. Or is this a special section? Is it a cargo flight? Because it has a strange flight number, 2317. So that's not a regular Air Canada mainline flight number. Usually they're 3 digits. So this is a special flight of some type. Could be a passenger cargo service. I'm sorry, it could be a passenger flight. It could be a cargo service. But it's definitely some form of added flight. So there we go. Yeah, that's different, isn't it? I'm sure we'll find out what that is all about. So how is everybody doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Did anybody do any plane spotting at their local airport? Or is anybody traveling? I know the flights are pretty full. I just got back a few weeks ago as many of you know, I was in Europe and visited Manchester, visited the Airliners Live team in Manchester, had a great visit. I was a guest on their show on the Sunday. Oh, it was fun. It was fun. I was hanging out at the Runway viewing park there at Manchester Airport. It was just magic. Just magic. Yeah, Paul, doing well. Thank you for joining us. Paul Hughes. Sue, she's doing well. Great. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you guys are all doing fine and comfortable, relaxed. And Jane says she's laying in bed watching the stream along with a dog and cat. Well, hope you guys are nicely relaxed, and I hope our action here in Vancouver will be of interest to you guys. So I now see the landing lights on the Air Canada MAX that's inbound from Calgary. So it's now getting somewhat close, and I'll put the camera on it momentarily. It's the Air Canada 217. So yeah, so let's see. Gary Killian says exactly 7 days to Dublin to Orlando via Charlotte on American. Okay, well, wishing you a good flight. That'll be exciting. Beer Guy's here. Hey, Beer Guy, thank you for joining us. Beer Guy is a local beer drinking Vancouverite spotter, so good to hear that you are with us, Beer Guy. Again, have a cold one for me if you would. If I'm out here, I'm going to have non-alcoholic. But let's have a look at our MAX. Oh, look at this, guys. There's a C series taxiing out. It's a funny looking air. Look at it. It looks like a porpoise, doesn't it? Funny looking nose on it. But they're nice airplanes. The crews like them. Passengers like them. The comfort levels are very high on the C series. So, guys, let's just get our act together here and go get this MAX that's about to alight for us. I'll just zoom in a little bit tight for, yeah, there he is. The high rises of Richmond in the background. Beautiful, nice puff of smoke. Spoilers up. Calm day. No, we don't have any crosswind component really. Let's zoom in. As I say, the light's only going to get better for us as the sun moves further to the west, and we're going to have less backlit, and we're going to have, it's just going to be nicer. So bear with us, guys, but we're still going to be hanging out here spotting nicely. Whoops. There we go. That focus just popped in for us. Beautiful spoilers. They're going to stow those spoilers momentarily. And I'm just checking the approach. Nothing really on approach right now, so we can just kind of follow this guy in. And I was waiting for him to stow those spoilers. I hope those passengers had a nice flight from Calgary. It would have been beautiful across the Rockies, actually. I can only imagine how gorgeous their view is. Oh, we do have another lander. So, momentarily I'll bring the radios on too for us. So I know you guys find the radio interesting. And we've got a Q400 setting up for us. The radios are coming on now, guys. There we go. Oops, sorry about that. Nice and slow, easy does it. Easy does it on the Q400.
Canada 2317 at Delta 7, line up on way, runway 26 left.
It's nice. Beautiful. Let's have a look at the center cabin here. We'll get the reg. There we go. GGOF. Jeff, maybe?
Cooler towers at Oxygen, Air Canada 2317, heavy ready at Delta 7. Canada 2317, you'll be forward trail of company at 330, winds 2708, contact departure in the turn from clear takeoff, runway 26 left, Delta 7.
You guys heard it from the big man.
Canada 2317, we check mark for clear takeoff 26 left, and departure in the air.
Our Singapore girl, or boy, has been cleared for takeoff. So they've given them clearance, instructions to contact departure in the turn. So let's set up our camera, kind of, as you guys know, midfield, I'm going to call it, right about here. And we'll wait for him to burst forth, and we'll follow him out. So we're just waiting patiently. And he's looking at booking Swiss from Manchester on the A220. Highly recommended. I know people that have flown on Swiss, and they say it's first-class operation with their 220. Good friend of mine, Tony Hickey in Calgary, has done it, and he had a terrific time. That was pre-pandemic, I think around maybe in 2018. But he made a special trip from Canada over to Switzerland to fly in the 220s.
Yeah, 3-4 is Victor Horse. Short hotel for 35. Chester Corgown, taxi hotel, Lima to Hotel Lima, thanks.
We're waiting for our Singapore. Should present momentarily, guys. Oh, I hear the engines. I think you guys might too.
118, Delta 7, line up and wait, runway 26 left, will be short delay for wake turbulence.
Hey, Lonnie. Lonnie Davis is here. Mel W. Craig Kimmerow is off to bed. Hang on, maybe just watch this departure. I'll do my best. I'll do my best to make it a good one for you guys. I'm just waiting for it to present. Come on. Should be here momentarily, guys. Yeah, there it is. Off to Singapore. Nice stuff. Gear up. Yeah, it's a rare departure for us, isn't it, guys? That's a long flight. Vancouver, Singapore. Obviously, a triple can easily handle it. And as I say, I'll find out. I'll do some asking around. I'll do some digging and see what the story was on this flight, because it's an extra section of some type. And contact departure in the turn. There's the turn. So they should be ringing up departure any moment. Let's bring our camera back to terra firma, guys. So yeah, we started off our show not too badly. I'm really comfortable.
118, you'll be 5 at Charlotte 777, caution. Turbulence, winds 2608. Contact departure in the turn from Delta 7 for takeoff, runway 26 left.
We got another.
Departure in the turn from Delta 7
We got somebody else.
304, you with me?
It's departure in the turn. Let's see who that is, guys. Oh, it's Vancouver, Calgary. It's a Westjet. So, Ronnie Middlehurst is heading off to bed. Good night, Ronnie. Thanks for checking in with us. Alex Poulter is here. J Benchwarmer 92. Hello from Surrey. Surrey, British Columbia, or Surrey, UK. Could be either, right? Matt Smith says, hi, welcome from Mexico. So is Matt Smith on holidays in Mexico, maybe? Ah, no, sorry, I see. CJ Loquendo is Mexican. Buenos dias, CJ. It's a pleasure to have you with us from Mexico. Awesome. Samantha's heading to sleep. Yeah, have a good night, Samantha. Sleep well.
304, clear to land, runway 26 left.
There's our Westjet. Climbing nicely. Nice and smooth. Butter. Climbing like butter. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. We got a lander, guys. We got a lander. So I'm just going to bring our camera back to terra firma. It looks like... I can't tell. Stand by, guys. We'll just get comfortable here and bring it in. Bring it home. What is that? You guys probably can tell from the flight radar as well. It's a Westjet. Wedgie jet. Beautiful. Spoilers come up right on cue.
Push it 170, Delta 7, line up and wait, runway 26 left. Sweetgrass 304, exit left on Alpha 2 ground 121.7 clear.
Nice rollout. Buckets back. Or I should say grills.
Push it 170, winds 2608, contact departure airborne from Delta 7 for takeoff, runway 26 left.
We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for Westjet to clear here on the departure. This guy just arrived from Saskatoon, by the way. And our WestJet departing on the other side. He's not actually on the active, but it's heading to Edmonton. So I think we can follow. We can do a little bit of following on this guy, just for a bit, just for a tad, just for a tad. We can follow it in a bit.
Cargojet 996 Heavy. Cargojet 996 Heavy, tower, you're number 1 for runway 26 left. Plan to exit at Lima 2, continue the approach.
Crikey. Sorry guys, another Cargojet coming in on the left side. So they're not playing ball with us today.
Good afternoon, Westjet 689 on Victor to hold short of hotel.
Oh well, nothing, again, I don't run the tower guys, so kind of is what it is. Let's go get the WestJet departure, because it's probably going to be presenting kind of about right there. Let's wait for that. Kitty B, thank you very much for the $2 donation. I'm glad you're loving your kitty emoji, double kitty. Awesome.
Continue your number 2. Okay, number 2 will go into extra space. The Canada 218, winds 2609, contact departure in the turn from Nova 7 for takeoff on way 261.
So we've got somebody else departure in the turn as well. Again, I'll not be sleeping at the wheel. I'll try not to be sleeping at the wheel here. I was just kind of checking the chat, and that guy snuck out kind of before I could catch him. So let's see who's now on the takeoff roll. It's that C Series. It's the Air Canada 218. So Cargojet's landing on the other side. We've got WestJet heading to Cowtown as the 218 on the roll. So let's see what's happening, guys. Well, I'm waiting because it's going to present. And I do see Cargojet on the other side as well, so we'll kind of watch that. So, hello Rachel Dawes. Glad you're going to watch a bit of our show. That's the C Series, the Airbus 220. Do you guys see that contrail zip by? That was kind of neat. So that's heading to Cowtown, Calgary. Let's now get the landing of the, it's going to be distant, but we're going to do our best. It's a Cargojet landing on the other side. So, I guess because it's so darn quiet at this particular moment, they're just able to bring the Cargojet on the other side, and instead of here, where of course we'd love to see it. Well, I'll zoom in. At least we got some view of it, right? Better than nothing. Bit of heat that we're, watching through, and he's going to disappear right there. Then we're going to get a small glimpse of him right there, and he's going to land behind the terminal building, and we will catch him probably on his rollout. But right now we've got a fellow. Where is it? No, it's United Airlines. United Airlines is taxiing out. Lo and behold, it's heading to Denver as the United 109. So, again, those buildings in the background are condominiums or flats. They're chock-a-block in Richmond, actually. So they would have a pretty decent view of the airport, I think. Beer Guy asks, has Lufty landed? Yeah. As I was setting up my gear, I got here about half an hour early. Obviously.
Cargojet 996, contact ground 121.7 clear. 0.7 Cargojet 996, have a good day.
As I was setting up my gear, the Lufty landed right in front of me just as I was putting my tripod on its feet. So, yeah, he was either on time or early.
Hello, Cargojet 996 heavy and taxi by Lima 2. Cargojet 996 heavy ground, taxi by Lima cross runway 13, Hotel Delta to whichever apron.
Major bummer.
Lima crossing 13, Hotel Delta, I'm going to go for 5 Cargojet 996. Thank you.
These Uniteds are, you know, it's a 320. I guess they're getting a bit old. Like the Air Canada birds. So, nice to see. Trying to think of what news I have for you guys. Aviation news from Canada. It's been a bit of a quiet week. Did you guys hear about Westjet? Their big order? They ordered 737 Maxes, or more 737s. I think it's maybe 20 or 30 Maxes that they ordered. That was announced actually about a week ago. So that was kind of big news for Canada.
Archer 301, winds 2708, land over your discretion.
Other news, I've got some Air Canada route news for you. Starting in late November, Air Canada is starting Vancouver direct to Bangkok, Thailand. So that's good. I love Thailand. Just magic place. So we'll be able to fly there direct. Long flight though, right? From Vancouver. What is that? Yeah, it's a 7.6. So that's our cargo jet that just alighted.
Transport 951, reverse hotel ground 121.7 clear.
126 left. And there's our United taxiing out. So how are you guys doing? So Matt Smith says the KLM 777 is 42 minutes away. Let's hope he doesn't divert. Yeah, Abbotsford diversion, or Seattle, Portland. So if we're lucky, we're gonna see him. So what else have we got happening here? Tim is back. He had to start his laptop. Drop the Wi-Fi signal. How's the weather? Not bad. It's about 17 degrees. Gentle breeze. I'm comfortable. I'm in short sleeves, but I've ditched the shorts. Oh, I think they're going to tow this guy to the gate. I don't think that's a departure for us, guys, unfortunately.
109 ground, taxi by Juliet Hotel, Delta 7.
But we do have an arrival for you. Q400. Right there. I think the maybe the 757 is going, because I heard engines start. Maybe it's going. Let's have a look, guys. I think it's going. Sorry, pardon. Yeah, they're disconnecting. They're going to start engines. So Icelandair is heading out. So that's pretty cool. Sue Major, thanks for the heads up that we've got Turkish Airlines due in an hour. So that's going to be awesome. Always a pleasure to see that. Angelo Castro is joining us from Portugal. And he says, it is to be praised the work and patience you have to provide us with beautiful moments in aviation. Thank you for that. It's a great pleasure.
Beach 1900 on the south runway. Behind them, cross runway 26 left, winds 2707, direct to tower, caution, wake turbulence. Departure behind the pass on a roll, with the cross 26 left.
It's a great pleasure, Angelo. Thank you very much for those very kind comments. So, Truth Provider's not a fan of the Max. Well, see, this guy's going to start powering up on his own accord momentarily. You know, there's a good show on Netflix about the 737 Max. Came out about a year ago. It's very, very well done. I highly recommend it if you guys haven't seen it. Yeah, it's on. I can't remember the name of it, but it's obviously about the what happened with the MAX and the investigation, etc. So it's a very, very interesting watching for sure. So yeah, we're 16, 17 degrees here in Vancouver. Gentle breeze. We haven't really, our summer hasn't ended yet, believe it or not. So that is nice. We're just going to let this guy... Oh, there he goes. There he goes. He's taxiing off stand. Beauty. Bog standard scheme for Icelandair. We've had some of their special schemes in, which are really nice. Well, this was a nice treat because often when we're here, they just go park them in the nosebleeds. Zoom up.
Flight 25, ground 126 left, altimeter 3020, taxi via Charlie.
We do have something setting up here on approach as well. I've got to keep one eye on the 757 and one eye on the approach.
Ground 0914. Push your discussion where you're headed. Off of 35, going to Echo 85, sir.
Yeah, 757 action's always nice. Yeah, RB211, that's it. I know you guys in Manchester get your fair share of 757 action, but here in Vancouver they're a bit rare. Definitely a bit rare for us. Just want to check what's happening here on the field. We've got a lander. It's inbound from Winnipeg. It's the Westjet 449. So,
Pascal 119. 1609. United 109, you ready?
Oh. The United
109, contact departure in the turn from Delta 7 for takeoff on my 26 left.
Okay.
Search for takeoff. We'll contact departure in the turn, United 109.
So they're going. United's going. But we've got our Westjet. We got our Westjet. So we're gonna.
4 behind the Icelandair, proceed via Lima Juliet, hold short of Kilo, and encounter ground 12715.
There's our Westjet.
Continue then Lima Juliet, holding short of Kilo, contact north ground 0914.
I'll go tight.
109. Are you going to Victoria? Okay, you're in the system as 119. Just confirm you're in Golf Papa Charlie Whiskey. Okay. I don't know if you would just want to go as 119 or I can call and get the number changed. Yeah, you want to go weird. We got 119 going over. Okay, let me call.
Nice winglet decorations for the passenger view. Check out the spoilers. A little bit of wing wobble.
Zulu, wind 2607, land the river westbound at your discretion.
So we've got a departure on the other side as well. Hang on, guys. We've got a departure. We've also got an arrival on this. Yeah. Hey, thanks, John Bolton. John Bowden says we've got 3 -8s in a row. So that's, yeah. Yep, I see them on the flight radar. It's -8 City here. And on the south side, on the roll, we've got Vancouver to Denver. That's our United, and I can hear the buzzsaw. Can hear the buzzsaw engines. There it is. Tucked up nicely. And our Q400 is landing, so I'm going to see if we can at least get the rollout for it. Yeah. Got another Q400, as you guys know. Sue Lawson loved the show last night, so I guess that would have been John Fez's show. Okay, I presume. So glad John had a good show for you guys. And Alaska Steel's joining us from Fairbanks. Propliner Heaven. Hope the recips are doing well in Fairbanks. And yeah, the DC-6s, C-46s. You live in Propliner Heaven. I haven't been to Fairbanks in a long time. Would have been several years ago. I flew there on a Air North HS748.
250 at 7, contact departure 2565 in the turn from Charlie, clear takeoff, runway 26 left.
On the sked from Whitehorse.
Zulu Alpha Juliet, keep it in close.
Okay, he wants it in close. There we go.
Charlie Hotel Juliet, Seneca no longer a factor, remain south of runway 26 left at all times, winds 260 at 7, clear to land at Charlie. Charlie Hotel Juliet, clear to land and remain south of 26 left all the time. Back here 50 Golf, there'll be a short delay for IFR separation, hold short runway 26 left. Hotel 26 left, Zulu Alpha Juliet, winds 260 at 7, clear to land, runway 26 left.
Yep, that Q400 City, and we've got another one actually on the approach right now. So the one that's landing right now is inbound from Kelowna, 8277. So we're just going to take our camera around to there. I was saying the weather here in Vancouver is absolutely fantastic. We haven't had a precipitation in weeks. Weeks and weeks, perhaps a few months. It's unbelievable.
Zulu Juliet, traffic 12 o'clock, 1 mile, Seneca descending out of 1,000. We'll be keeping it close. Watch for that. Zulu Juliet. Charlie Hotel Juliet, there's plane traffic. The Beaver just in the downwind for the river, currently at 500 feet. Advise to say.
Yeah, we do get a lot of Q400s here in Vancouver. Not so many CRJs, but we will. They typically operate Vancouver, Saskatoon. That's been my observation. So, yeah. Thank you very much for the $5 donation, Mel W. That is very, very kind of you. Appreciated. And Alaska Seal says he just flew out on AK Air's newest Embraer 175. It was pleasant. Okay, yeah, we have them here in Vancouver. They do show up in Vancouver. Embraer, Alaska Embraers. It's a good-looking airplane. And Mark Langston gives me the heads up that the Philippine Triple is on its way in, which is great. Awesome to hear. Matt Smith says, hey, Henry, John was in an actual A320 simulator yesterday with Captain Mark. He's in the chat going through emergency scenarios. Ah, perfect. Okay. Well, that sounds like fun. Thank you for joining us, Captain Mark, here in the chat on our show. It's a pleasure to have you with us. It's awesome. Somebody's cleared for takeoff. Just heard it. Who is that? Oh, Icelandair. I thought I heard European accents. That's Icelandair. They're cleared for takeoff. So we're gonna hold steady here, guys, until the Icelandair presents itself, and we're then gonna follow him out. He's not yet on the roll. Oh, there he is. I just heard the engine spool. Just heard them spool up. So he'll present any second. I'm waiting to pounce. Beer guy works on Anasis Island, which is here in Vancouver.
And Vancouver south ground, down 100 plus 3 hours. Can I hold you short all control surfaces? Thank you. Take those ground, Jazz 159, 838, ready for taxi. Jazz 159, ground 126 left, altimeter 3020. Taxi right, Golf, Hotel, Delta, Delta.
Off they go. Iceland bound. Is that about a 7-hour flight, I'm guessing? Somewhere around there. Because it's another couple hours beyond Iceland to Frankfurt. So I'm going to say it's about 7 hours airtime, Vancouver to Keflavik.
Cheers, yeah.
They're doing a runway inspection here in front of me. I'll show you guys. The truck's right kind of there. So nothing's going to land on it. Oh, I thought I saw a truck. Yeah. Yeah, FOD pickup. Yeah, there must be some, he must have seen, some kind of FOD. Good. Glad they got that. That is a, as we all know, it's most important to get all FOD off the runway. If not, there can be severe consequences. So it's awesome to see that they've picked something up.
Just 09 Tower, hello, wind 260 at 7 from the downwind on the river west, planning your description.
We got Air Canada's 996 to Mexico City turning on to the active on the other side, so we will watch that. And 6 Day Blue, thank you very much for the £5 donation. I very much appreciate it. Your support of our channel is massively appreciated. So the Air Canada to Mexico City should be presenting itself pretty soon. I'm just going to do a quick battery check, and we're at 66%, so we don't have any critical requirements for battery. We're good. We're golden. Yeah, pilot, was it a Boeing's pilot lunch on the runway? Yeah, threw it out of the window as just as they were coming off the high or settling down onto the Ovios. He opened up the window and chucked his lunch out.
549 Tower, ready to go.
Could be.
549 Tower, Delta 7, line up on way 26 left.
So what else have we got happening here, guys? Yeah, probably was a chunk of rubber tire. That Greyhound, we used to have British Airways with their A380s, but they've stopped. About 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, they switched to the 777. So this guy's heading to Mexico City.
549, contact departure airborne from Delta 7, clear takeoff on lane 26 left, yeah. Departure airborne, clear takeoff.
It's Max, Air Canada Max.
Okay, D26 out of a ground 26 left, altimeter 3020, taxi via turn. If you're ready, right over the tower, 187.
So we'll now set up again for the next departure on the other side. Back to down to the ground. And I'll slowly bring the camera to our panning position. Let's see what it is. Let's see what's next. It's going to Kelowna. It's Air North. It's Air North flight 549. And he's rolling. He's rolling. So we should catch him here any second. I'm just glued to my screen for you guys. I don't want to drop the ball. Yep. Ooh, early rotation. It's a 500. Off to Kelowna. What's that? About a 35-minute flight? Something like 40-minute flight. Nice way to spend 40 minutes on a Air North 737-500. He'll turn now. got to do a 180. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Beauty. Beauty. Two airplanes going in opposite directions a few miles apart. We've got another departure on the other side. It's a Q400, so we'll see if I can catch it.
Falcon 236 medevac car, start the roll now from Charlie, clear takeoff on 261. Clear takeoff 267,
How long is a Vancouver Heathrow flight right now? I'm going to say it's 9.5 hours. That's my answer. I've done it. No, it depends on the wind, but I think you're between 9.5 hours, Vancouver to Heathrow. Always nice to be sitting up front if you can. Beer Guy says he may be flying Air North next year to the Arctic. Yeah, that'll be fun. Air North does great deals, actually. They sell a flight pass. If you get on their email list, you'll get it. You'll get their email marketing and their deals. But yeah, sometimes you can buy their flights if you buy a package of several round trips. I think they sell, it works out to about 10 sectors for $1,000, so it's $100 a sector, which is unbelievably good value. So if you haven't already signed up, go to Air North's website, give them your email address, and you're going to get all the deals. So, and Air North should be giving me a thank you for that. How about a free flight? That would be awesome. Hello, Allison Bowers. YVR Casey. Learjet on finals, okay. So somebody says average is 9 hours and 50 minutes. Heathrow to Vancouver. That sounds about right too. You can fly to Northern Canada out of Edmonton, Vancouver, Winnipeg, or Montreal and Ottawa. Those are the vertical points to get up to Canada's Arctic. From Vancouver, you're heading to Whitehorse or Yellowknife. From Edmonton, Calgary, Edmonton is the closest. You're heading to Yellowknife. It's 550 air miles due north of Edmonton. An hour and 25 minutes by Boeing. From Winnipeg, you're going to head up to Rankin Inlet. That's a first air route, and maybe Canadian North does it too. I don't know, but that's like a 2.5 hour flight. It's like kind of like Vancouver Whitehorse. And then if you're heading out of Ottawa, you're heading up to, or Montreal, you're going up to Iqaluit. So that's also 2.5 hours. Those are your options for heading north out of southern Canada, going up to Canada's north. I used to live up there. I lived in Yellowknife from 91 to 97. I worked for NWT Air. We had a fleet of 3 Boeing 737-200s and a L-130 Hercules. And when I started with the company, we just retired the L-188 Electras, believe it or not. I was there for the last flights. I filmed them, flew on them. Before the internet existed, I did a trip report on NWT Air's last Lockheed Electras. Some of you may be aware of that anyhow. Yeah, the North was a good place. I know Joe McBrien at Buffalo Airways very well. Joe's a great guy. I've known him since 91. Don't know his son because his son was in diapers at the time. There's our lander. Westjet 37, about to grease it onto the runway. It's in the new colors too. There's the new font for the Westjet titles. What do you guys think of this scheme? So look at the tail treatment. It comes down off the tail onto the fuselage. We've seen it before. 787s are in that scheme. I think I like this scheme better than the older scheme, personally. If I have to select one, I'd choose that as my favorite. So, yeah, whenever you think of Electras, you think, Buffalo Airways here in Canada. There's a few other, who else had them, or has them? Airspray. Airspray is a very closed company. They don't divulge their business operations to anybody. I'd call them enthusiast unfriendly. They don't, have nothing to do with enthusiasts. Buffalo Airways is completely different. They're totally, sharing of what they're doing and supporting the enthusiast community with information on their aircraft, and they're great guys. So, but I can tell you that Airspray does have still in service Lockheed Electras, and but I don't think I've ever seen one, or if I have, it's been a very long time, 20 years kind of thing. YVR Casey, I went to Yellowknife to surprise someone I worked with in Ontario at the time. Great trip. Saw the Northern Lights. Yes. Yeah, the Northern Lights are, didn't realize this guy was taxing here, guys. I am sorry. The Northern Lights are a beautiful show, and if you head up to Northern Canada, you will see them pretty much any time between December and March. That's a good time. They're very, very nice, the Northern Lights. It's a great phenomenal phenomena. Phenomenal phenomena. It's a tongue twister. So we've got a lander setting up here, and I'm just going to see what it is. It is... It's an inbound from Los Angeles. It's the Air Canada 555. It's a MAX, so... So he says that large bubble on top of the fuselage is for Wi-Fi. Okay, thank you for pointing that out. Always nice to know. Yeah. So let's get this MAX landing. So Paul Smith's... okay, Paul's here. Somebody's going to sleep. I saw. So good night, whoever that is. Thank you for showing up and joining us.
Thanks.
There we go. Nice and sharp. Should we go tight? A little tight. Okay, guys, we'll tighten it up. Fiddling with their squelch. Heard a bit of an echo there on the brakes. We've got another aircraft setting up on approach. Let's see what that is. Oh, this is our CRJ I told you about. Well, it's an Air Canada Express coming in as the 8807 from Seattle. That's a little bit different, I might say. So we'll set the camera up for that because he's... Ooh, look at that, guys. Isn't that nice? Oof. I don't want to fry the sensor of my camera, though, so that is important. Never point the camera right at the sun. So let's zoom in to our CRJ. Arriving from Seattle. Somebody was mentioning an Nanaimo bar. They're good. They're yummy. Don't make me hungry, though, guys, because I've got a few hours before I get home and I can devour my dinner. out here with empty bladder and empty stomach.
Visual 26 left, going UPS. Going 7 long leg, turn, good day, continue number 1, runway 26 left. Number 1, 26 left, 711. Because 466, are you able to meet? Go 466, we transfer from Charlie to the immediate takeoff and make it 26 left.
Hang on a second, guys. I just gotta grab something from my camera bag to clean my lens here. My eyeglasses. Just give me a second. My eyebrow kind of smudged my glasses, so I just want to get that a little bit clean. Bear with me. That's better. Thank you. Wow. I stepped away and Kevin D made a £50 donation. Kevin, thank you very much. That is very kind of you. Kevin says, good evening, Henry. My bank manager said I had to stay awake tonight to give a little donation to the 3 amigos who had their heads shaved today. Big up, Martin, Andy, and John. Wow. Okay. Well, that's amazing. I'll have to check that out myself about the head shaving. Although I do like a short haircut myself. So, but full-blown head shaving. Wow. Awesome. But Kevin D, thank you so much for that donation. That is very, very kind of you. We appreciate it very much. And thank you for tuning into our show. Ooh, this looks like a triple.
F466, contact the outer tower 12565. 565 CS to F466. Go Air Canada 120 to tower. 120 phone to Roman 87. Okay, 1187 Air Canada 120. Air Canada 120, happy contact.
Well, that was nice, guys. Philippine Airlines 777 in from Manila. Always nice to see. You guys called it.
Skywing 711 ground, taxi by hotel, Ultra Victor, contact ground by 12715. Also Victor 12715.
Wow. So, that was nice, guys. And again, thank you, Kevin D, for that very generous donation, £50. He's going to make the turn in a second here. And Andy says we've got the KLM on approach as well. So I don't yet... Yeah, I see him. I do see that. I see the KLM landing lights in the distance, so that's awesome. That is awesome. We're getting some heavies. So actually the one in the distance is Westjet. It's the Westjet 119 from Calgary. So we've got that first, and then after that we could have KLM. Yeah, so there we go. It's not too bad. I'm under an umbrella to protect me from the sun. This makes it easier to work the camera. Oh, we have a departure somewhere. Air Canada 787. now we can pan down to the Philippine. Again, this is exactly where the sun is, so this is 100% into the sun. It's like directly into the sun. Totally abeam the sun, so it was kind of let that taxi out of that area. So, good night, Paul Hughes. Thank you for joining us. If I hold the camera like that, I think that kind of minimizes the burnout effect.
Hello, Air Canada 118 Juliet to hold shortly. Canada 118 ground, taxi via Juliet, Hotel Delta Delta 7. Juliet Hotel Delta Delta 7, Canada 118.
Just trying to minimize the burnout here on the sun. Hang on a second.
Sorry, missed the flight number for taxi, Louis.
Sorry, I just had to adjust my umbrella because I was literally being blinded by the light. No pun intended, yeah. So there we go, a bit easier for me. And we've got a Westjet arriving. Kind of right there.
Transfer 998, continue to hotel, left turn there onto the reverse, contact ground 11750. Hotel,
Nice rollout, spoilers are up. So, yeah, these are pretty common here in Vancouver, aren't they? I guess you guys know Westjet has stopped flying to Eastern Canada. They don't fly to Toronto, and I think the furthest east they go is Winnipeg, so they completely dropped their Eastern Canadian operations. There's the Philippine, turning into the golf shoe, I think. Yeah, the umbrella just keeps the sun out of my eyes. It makes it easier for me to film because I'm looking due south, so the sun is shining right into the camera. And by having the umbrella, it just knocks the sun off, keeps it out of my eyes, keeps it out of the front of the camera lens, and makes it, in these conditions, it makes it much easier to run the camera. So that's why I have it. That's why I'm under it. We've got another lander, guys. It's a from San Diego. It's an Air Canada A340. It's the 571. So we're just gonna get that now. Setting up on approach. Short finals. There it is. Bit of heat. That'll bleed off as the sun goes down and it gets cooler.
520 tower, stay with me. From Charlie, clear takeoff and lead 26 left.
I'll check the battery here in a second too, so we don't get caught with a collapsing battery. Oh, there's the sun. I'm just going to check the approach. We've got a Montreal inbound. It's the Air Canada 305, and then behind that we've got our Amsterdam KLM 681. So let me just do a battery check. 46%, so it's okay. I think we're okay for a bit. So let's get the this one here. There we go.
Traffic 11 o'clock, 2 miles, caravan 600 feet, climbing southbound off the runway. Going 7520, contact departure 132.3, yep.
Nice rollout. KLM's next. Seems to be steady. Decently steady. You can see the shaving cuts on the first officer's cheek. Almost. Yeah, that's how close we are with this lens. Wow. Okay. All joking aside, let's get KLM, guys. Let's move around to KLM 777. Yes, yes. KLM always looks gorgeous. Their color scheme's fantastic. And there it is.
Check you have the traffic you have in sight from the downwind, wind 26 at 7 mile river westbound, your discretion. Oscar 1307, Tower Charlie, Donner Bumping. Up Mike Alpha Tower, wind 26 at 7 from the downwind, mile river westbound, your discretion. And Echo Whiskey Papa is Johnny Canada, downwind. Whiskey Papa 126 at 7 on the river west on your discretion. Not understand. And so 205 reflecting the stack. If I want ground, please back out of test.
That was very nicely done. I enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was very cool. Very cool, guys. Yeah, Paul, it was a neat arrival. It was a very neat arrival.
Mike Alpha Traffic at Beach 1900 southbound, climbing off the runway, cautionally turbulence. Thank you. Alpha Foxtrot, same for you, traffic at Beach 1900 turning southbound off the runway, cautionally turbulence. I feel about that way, Jackson. Close Beach 3246, Beach cancels off the 7 line up runway 265.
Let him get adjusted here. Taxi back. Yeah, there we go. I'm kind of right into the sun, so I'm just going to let that kind of get out of the silhouette. Again, it would be better if it was cloudy, because then we'd have perfect light. Let's see if we can zoom in on the flight deck.
As you turn southbound below, you'll be a couple of full-plane partners reaching out of Concord, complex departure 132 Frisia. After 1307, got the traffic and departure now. Code 3324, complex departure, 1 stop, 7 clear takeoff on lane 261. Clear takeoff 261, stop for 3324. Hello,
It is all. I was silent, radio silence, guys, because I was just savoring the taxing, right? The back and forth, the nose, the gear. So, yeah, it was good. It was interesting. So, yeah, I was happy to see this guy taxiing right here in front of us, park on the gate. Do you think YVR will have King arrivals and departures again? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you guys are referring to BA 7 A380. Okay. I think so. Next summer, the A380 should be back here in Vancouver when the summer loads can support it. I think it's for sure. It was a pre-pandemic thing, so as well. So now that traffic levels are back to normal, the new normal. I hate that term, but yeah, the new normal. I think next summer the BA A380 will be no problem be able to support the Vancouver service. So I'm guessing in May they'll probably switch from the 777 back to the A380. ZWS. So let's see what we've got on our arrivals, guys. Yeah, we've got about a minute or two out right now. We've got from Calgary, Air Canada 7065. It's a MAX. Air Canada 737. That's our next piece of kit that will present itself. I'm just going to check runway. I know I'm looking at the runway. And I'm checking battery. We're at 38%, so it's okay. It's okay, guys. Our battery is not on collapse mode, so we're fine. And look, I guess they're just doing the arrival formalities on the KLM, so it's kind of half in sun, half in shade. Sandra, have a good night. Thank you for joining us. You guys are talking about the sim, I can see. And 44B is joining us from Kyoto. Hello, good morning, Kyoto. Good morning, Kyoto. It's always fantastic to have people from Japan on our stream. You're very welcome here. Wonderful. Hey Paul, I'm glad you've got 2 days off. It's great. You see your friend, relax. That's awesome. You deserve it for sure. And thank you so much for hanging out here with us as well. It's really appreciated. Got a Max taxing out from the Horseshoe.
411 on the south apron for Runway 261.
So we're going to get our Air Canada Max from Calgary now. He's just setting up on pretty short finals, so gently bring the camera around. Zoom in. There she is.
Air Canada 242, shortly. Air Canada 242, ground taxi by Juliet Hotel Delta 7. Juliet Hotel Delta 7, Air Canada 242. River westbound, your discretion.
Nice landing. Bit of a headwind, right? It's gentle. It feels good where I'm standing, but they're able to slow the aircraft down quite quickly. And we've got another lander here, guys, so I'm going to slowly bring the camera around and let's figure out what it is. It's from Prince George. It's Air Canada Jazz Q400 8348 is the flight number, setting up on approach. So yeah.
4335. Target right on the hotel, hold short of Delta.
DJ is joining us from Adelaide, Australia. Fantastic. It's great to see people that are on the other side of the world joining us for this show. It's great. So we have new people joining us, which makes us really happy. So those of you that are joining us from Japan and Australia, and if you're new to our channel, please do subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. You'll get a notification from YouTube whenever we go live. And you can decide if you want to watch or not, but why not do that? It takes you a second. It takes just a second to hit that subscribe button, and you'll see our shows. We have a lot of shows every week. Lots of regular content to keep you guys engaged and entertained and bedazzled. Airliners Live is based in Manchester, United Kingdom. They do their Manchester shows on Wednesday and Super Sunday. Super Sunday show is a great busy show. Wednesday show is good too. We've got on Monday nights, we've got John Fezza with his flight simulator show. And then there's me, Henry Tenby, here in Vancouver. Thursdays, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Plus the pop-up shows like this. This is a pop-up show. Kind of, we just do these if the weather's nice and I'm in a good mood and I feel like coming to the airport and hanging out with you guys, which I usually do if the weather's good. Let's see what we got on approach here. Is it gone quiet? You know, guys, I'm just going to again check battery. It's 33%, so it's still not quite what I would call critical. So we're just going to go with it for the time being. See, the light's getting better, isn't it?
Delta 3051, contact departure, 1 from Delta 7, clear takeoff on way 261.
As the sun sets, the light gets better. So we got FedEx turning onto the active. What is that? It looks like a 767. So you know what, guys? That's kind of interesting, isn't it? Let's pull the camera around so we can watch FedEx. That should be good. You never know. Zeno Yanko says, I'll be in Vancouver on October 19th. Oh, right on. Right on. Q Steven says, where's the A380? Not here in Vancouver because British Airways has stopped the A380 service into Vancouver. Well, they haven't stopped it. They've switched the service, the daily sched, to a 777. So that's not FedEx. That's a Saab 340. So FedEx is well, they haven't. FedEx hasn't pulled out of their parking position, so not just yet, guys. Not just yet. I was a bit premature on that. So Michael Scott, thank you for joining us from Manchester, home of Airliners Live. Big Al's flying. Hi, Henry. Working from home here in wet Melbourne. Okay, so you got. I heard you guys had a lot of rains there from Brisbane all the way down. So yeah, hopefully that'll pass. I'm glad that you're enjoying a Vancouver stream with nice weather. Actually, we've exchanged our weather with Melbourne. Usually we're sopping wet. October is often the wettest month of the year in Vancouver, and we haven't received 1 millimeter of precipitation this month. It's nuts. Totally insane. Jay's Relax Lounge is joining us from Auckland, New Zealand. Fantastic. Boy, I'm so thrilled that we have you guys joining us from Australia, New Zealand, Mexico, Japan. Wow. Wow. Here's a little cargo courier plane. taxiing out from, I guess, the UPS hangar down at the end of the runway here. So he goes out every night, filled with packages. So yeah, is that a Grand Caravan or a Caravan? One of the two, right? One of the two. So,
Thank you.
okay, Kevin, have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on Thursday, Kevin. Appreciate your staying up late with us. And have a good night, Kevin. Thanks again for the donation. Much appreciated. Okay, Jay says, Henry, Xenia was asking you if you will be, if I will be which. Let me see if I can find what Xenia was asking me. Oh, we've got a lander, guys, but I want to come back to that question because I do want to answer it. I do want to answer that. That's nice. Beauty. Riding high on the oleos.
Correct.
29% on the battery, guys. We're kosher. Everything's copacetic. Everything's good. Not imminent at this point. Yeah, what was the question? I want to answer that question. Let's have a look here. Okay. Let's have a look here. There was a question that was asked, and I did miss it. Yeah, Xenia was asking you if you will be. If I will be what? So now I'm just going to go back to Xenia's. Will you be in Vancouver on October the 19th? Yes, I will be in Vancouver all of October. I will be here. I am going to be doing our streams, pretty much on schedule for the month of October. So, definitely. So here we have this United Airlines. This United bird just arrived from Los Angeles as the United 608. Sorry about that. I had to take my eyes to the screen to figure out where he's inbound from. It's a nice scheme. Okay, we've got something on approach, guys. I'm just going to take my eyes off the camera to figure out what we've got alighting before us. It's a Q400, Prince George. It's the Westjet 3284. So, yeah. Okay, let's have a look here. Hello, Violo, Leolo. Let's zoom in a bit. That beep you're hearing, it's a rotating beacon. So, not that beep, that's the radio. That beep, that click is the rotating navigational beacon. It's electrical interference with our camera. Oh, there's a departure, guys. There's a departure. Cargojet climbing like a bat out of hell. Any Meatloaf fans in the house? I love meatloaf. It's delicious. Okay, guys, back to terra firma. We're at 25% on the battery, and I'm going to have a gander at the approach to see what is happening, and maybe we'll make some decisions. Okay, the approach is a little bit quiet for the time being, but I'm still at 25%, so that would be a waste for me to kill the battery now, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hang out with the battery for the time being. Food is starting to get in my brain, guys. They're doing the arrival on the United. Kevin D, thank you very much for gifting 10 Airliners Live memberships. Thank you, Kevin. That was a nice parting gift as you head off to sleep. We really appreciate that, Kevin. Thank you so much for your ongoing support of our channel. The Airliners Live team is very appreciative of your support. Thank you, Kevin. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. You are a gentleman. So Mike says, I'm late to the show. My granddaughter had a 6 months and vaccine, so she could go to daycare, spent the day. Okay, well, you were busy today, but I'm glad you are here nonetheless, Mike. Thank you for joining. And let's have a look here. Yeah, Matt, thank you for the Cargojet heads up. And Marcel Donatus says that the Turkish 777 is 10 minutes out. Now, I don't know if my battery, well, it's at 24%. Maybe it does last 10 minutes. I have my spare battery in my pocket, guys, so I'm probably capable of doing a very quick, rapid battery change. So we're going to watch it. We're going to watch it and just play it by ear. But yeah, Turkish is always wonderful. I wonder if is there anybody from Turkey watching our show right now? If you are, say hello in the chat. That would be amazing. I mean, it's late in Turkey, right? It's the middle of, what time is it? It's 4 o'clock in the morning, roughly, I think, in Turkey. Something like that. Or 2 o'clock in the morning. So there's probably not too many people. Yeah, there's not going to be many Turkish people watching our show. Not right now, anyhow. So, hello, Durani T. Thank you for joining us. Q Steven is from Dalian, China. Oh, wow. That is awesome. So yeah, we have a lot of people from the East watching. We have China, we have Japan, we have Australia, we have New Zealand. I'm sure, is there anybody from Philippines watching our show? If there's anybody from the Philippines, let us know. Say hello in the chat. Because your aircraft just arrived. We just had the Philippine 777 arrive. So if we have any great people from the Philippines, say hello. The Westjet's taking off on the other side. It's the Westjet 120 heading to Calgary. But we've got an arrival right here, guys. So we've got an inbound from Calgary. It's the Westjet 171. So I'm just going to get it now for us. We'll move the camera around.
Jazz 58 ground, push back, get discretion. Push our discretion, Jazz 58.
Seems like they're going slow, doesn't it? It seems like they're just maybe is it slower than normal? I don't know. Seems like it.
agree. Have a great day.
So battery is at 21%. We've got another lander here. Doug Robinson says hi from Turkey. So if maybe, are you on holidays, Doug? As I say, it's late.
Able Delta 5. Yes, sir. 278, speed scans, contact departure airport Delta 5, you click to go runway 261.
Battery's 20%.
Delta 5, 2 speed cancel departure here, that's 270.
The light's improving dramatically now, guys. Beautiful stuff.
Down Westjet 171, Victor Hotel. The one ground next to a hotel in Gulf Haven. Hotel Gulf Haven, that's Vessel 1. Contact 12402 at the river mouth, wind is 2505 knots, take off over westbound at your discretion. After 1614 in the side, set for 261. 1614, Vancouver Canada, on the roll, clear line, runway 265. Clear line 265, after 1614.
Beer Guy says I'm going to pop a weekend pop-up stream. Yeah, you know, I was thinking about it. I like the Sunday morning show or Saturday morning show. Sunday morning show is good. It's busy. From the Larry Berg Park, actually, that I do like that, and it's on my mind. But you know, it's just that we've got this nice light, kind of. And once the daylight gets shorter, and you know, it becomes more difficult for us to do these shows from here, I can move to the show to a Saturday pop-up show, because Saturday and Sunday mornings, of course, not an issue, right? It's light. So probably for the month of October, I'm going to hang out here on the north side for our pop-up shows. But you know, once we get past October into November, December, January, February, I'll probably be doing Saturday, Sunday pop-up shows from the Larry Berg Park. It's kind of how I'm thinking about it. Subject to change, of course, but that's just where my thoughts are right now. Battery is at 18%, guys. And given that we've got Turkish coming, I think now is a good time to do the battery change. So I'm just going to get my battery out. Give me 1 second. And we're going to do a countdown and do the battery change. So just bear with me here, guys. Bear with me. And I'll count down. So guys, we're going to do the battery change. Okay? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't go away. I will be back in a second. Guys, we're back. Thank you for that. I just had to do a battery change. I figured that was a good time to do it because we have a little bit of a lull here. I do see an aircraft on approach, but just wanted to do that battery change in a organized manner. So welcome back, guys. Welcome back. I'm just getting the remote control back into my hand. And radios.
Chip up X-ray ground on a 26 off altimeter 3019er, taxi via Charlie.
I thought I saw the Westjet taxiing in somewhere. Maybe I'm mistaken. There it is. Let's see what's on approach. We do have something on approach, and it's big, and it's from Turkey. It's from Istanbul. And it's the TK-75. Yippee! Woo! Awesome. Turkish Airlines is setting up on approach. And we're going to move the camera around now to welcome our Turkish guests to Canada. We're going to give them an Airliners Live welcome. There they are. And I'm going to go with radio silence, guys, because I'm going to record the clip.
Papa X-ray tower, wind 2406 knots, clear takeoff, runway 26 off from Charlie. Clear takeoff, 26 knots, Charlie, Papa. Contact 12561. Papa X-ray.
That was good, guys. Woof. That was nice. That's Turkish Airlines 777-300ER. He rolled out long, inbound direct from Istanbul, new airport, TK flight 75. Wow. Always awesome to see Turkish Airlines arrive here in Vancouver. Again, I'm looking, this is 100% right into the sun, so I'm just going to, I don't want to burn the camera out here. I'm just going to minimize that, because that's not good for the camera sensor to be looking directly into the sun, guys. So just bear with me here. If it was cloudy, it wouldn't be an issue, but I just want to minimize the sun going into the front of the camera. Sorry about that. Bear with me, guys. Terry Slater's joining us from Northampton, UK. Yeah, I just got to give that a second, just because we're super bright right into the sun. I'm just going to move the camera around somewhere else and let that taxi a bit closer in, and then we'll put the camera on it when it's not 100% right smack in front of the sun with a low sun angle. Beer Guy says, have I caught the Fiji Airways? Yeah, we got the approving flight on one of our it was a bonus show from here. Oh, when was that? 3-4 weeks ago, the Fiji Airways proving flight. It came in on the other runway. And, yeah, we did see it. I actually have a channel here on YouTube. It's Jetflix TV. And if you go over and check out Jetflix TV, I did upload a clip. Pretty lengthy clip of the entire arrival sequence of the Fiji Airways A350 on the route proving flight to Vancouver. So if you're interested in watching that, go and check it out. As I say, it's just Jetflix TV here on YouTube, and then once you get there, you can easily find my my Fiji Airways arrival. Okay, here comes Turkish Airlines, not so much in the sun. Which aircraft is that? Can't quite see.
Cancel, contact departure airborne from Delta 7, you're clear to take off runway 26 left.
So he's taxiing into the inner horseshoe. Guys, Nabila D, I'm glad you're enjoying the show. Thank you so much again, also for your donation at the very beginning. I really appreciate that. That was kind of you. And Peter Lee is watching from Sydney. Oh, right on. Another Australian viewer. That is fantastic. I'm so mega thrilled that we're getting a lot of Australia and New Zealand people watching the show. Because the time works for you guys. Wonder if he's going to park in front of us. Maybe. I'm trying to read you guys can probably read the name of the aircraft easier than me. We've got a lander here, but I think I'm going to hold it on the Turkish Airlines.
Okay, orbit silver, request clearance, left hand, and number 2 following the caravan, Pascal 110.
Hotel Delta Delta 7. Hotel Delta Delta 7, Jazz 86.
Yeah, I think he's going to park right about here. Wow, Heliofeek is watching from Kenya. Wonderful. Well, that is incredible. Thank you so much for tuning in from Kenya. As Turkish Airlines parks is marshaled onto the stand. And who else have we got here? 10:30 in the morning, 10:34 a.m. in Melbourne, according to Peter Carroll. And it's 4:36 here in Vancouver. And it's really, really cool that we've got you guys here with us. And Mark Berg says, hi there, I'm enjoying the coverage here in Sydney, Australia. It's a first time for me. Mark, wow. Well, thank you for finding our stream, and welcome to Airliners Live Vancouver.
Okay, good afternoon. Good morning, sir. 707.
Look who's leaving. Look who's leaving the house.
Vancouver Tower, number 1, runway 265, traffic approach from the south 1900, they'll be opening south here approach.
Lufthansa is leaving the house.
Fisher 774, thank you for the line, runway 265, fine Delta 2.
Runway 265, fine Delta 2,
Pascal 110, you see that caravan for final 2 o'clock, 3 miles?
Affirmative, Pascal 110.
Pascal 110, one left hand over to follow them, please. Not too wide, I do have another light to follow.
So for those of you that are new to our channel, you just found us, why not hit the subscribe button? You can always unsubscribe, we hope you won't, but if you do subscribe, you'll get a notification whenever we're live, whenever Airliners Live is live. And we have shows, we stream out of Manchester, and we stream here from Vancouver, live airport shows, and we have a flight simulator show as well. So we've got a lot of content and a lot of shows every week. In our Vancouver show, our regular Vancouver show is on Thursdays. This is a pop-up show.
Lufthansa 493, heavy ground, good day, taxi via Juliet Hotel Delta Delta 7. Juliet Hotel Delta Delta 7, Lufthansa 493.
We've got a BizJet landing here, but I think we're just going to continue holding the camera on the 747 just because it's so special. What do you guys think? Did I make the right choice? We've got some kind of BizJet landing right here in front of me. I don't know. Maybe it's a Learjet. Let's see if I can get an ident on it for you guys. Yeah, it's a citation. We've seen it before. It's based here, I think. So not a big loss. I think the Lufthansa 400 must take priority over a citation. But once the Lufthansa's kind of out of frame, I can show you guys the citation. We saw it on the south side show that we had last week, so... Okay, so the Lufthansa is now going kind of behind.
74, exit right, Delta 2, contact on 1217. Oscar 110, clear to land from 126 left. Clear to land 26 left, Oscar 110.
Here's the citation that just came in. I think it's a medevac bird. There it is. Regular visitor for Vancouver. As I say, I believe it's domiciled here. We'll watch the. I'll do my best for us to be able to watch the Lufthansa departure.
7052 Vancouver Tower, continue number 1 for runway 26 left. Number 1, 26 left, deploying 7 left. Oscar 110, exit off 2, contact ground 1217, so long. Oscar 1217, so long, Oscar 110.
So the Lufthansa is going to be about 10 minutes because he's got to taxi down to the button of 26 left, turn onto the active. But I will watch him. Yeah, so thank you, Red Eye. I'm glad you agreed that I made the right decision there to hold the Lufthansa instead of the citations. So that's that. And we got a Beach 1900. Matt Smith says Beach 1900 about to touch down. I don't see it. Must maybe on the other side, perhaps, because I don't quite see him on our side here yet. Esta asked if it's DABYA. You know, I don't know, but I'm going to tell you. Unfortunately, it says Lufthansa Flight 493. I have the I don't have the premium version of Flight Radar, so it's not actually giving me the actual. Yeah, no, it says ABVM Bravo Victor Mike. So yeah, no, it does give me the reg. So that's it. It's a 430 Lufthansa 747 430, and it's AB Victor Mike heading to Frankfurt as the Lufthansa 493. And we have a Beach 1900 that just landed, a cargo bird, right there. Thought I saw it. Scanning for it.
Hotel to hold short 26 left, Cherry 373. Charles 806, clear to immediate takeoff, runway 26 left.
Okay, guys, this isn't. I think this is a new Pacific Coastal Beach 1900. I think they might have acquired this from South Africa. Maybe, might be. So sorry that we missed it, but they're quite common. I was checking the Lufthansa 747-400 ident, so excuse me for that, guys. Joe Fialo is joining us from Brazil. Bom dia. Bom dia, Jose. Hope you guys are doing well in Brazil. I'm sure the weather is nice too.
Contact departure now 1323. 323, Jazz 806.
And we have something setting up on approach here on my side, guys. So let's just see what that is. Lufthansa is taxing fast too. They're going to be turning onto the active quicker than I thought. They're not messing about. And what we've got on approach is it's a Westjet 37. It's the 717 from Toronto. So, but I'm just keeping my eyes peeled on Lufthansa because I want to make sure that we catch that for you guys. Can I get the ATC a little clearer? It's not easy unless I hold it right up to my mic.
373, continue taxi across runway 26 left via Hotel and Alpha to the south side.
Like that.
So. 6 left and Hotel, then Alpha, then over the picture. Alright, thanks a lot, 373.
How's that, Mark?
Asco 1 Victor, short Hotel. Asco 458, ground taxi via Hotel, hold short, runway 26 left. Hey, Hotel short, 26 left, Asco 458. Morningstar 7052, taxi via Delta and Delta Whiskey to the apron.
Hey, MP, Ghana is in the house. Great to have somebody from Ghana here. When I'm talking, I hold the scanner away, right? So I'll give my voice the preference. But when I'm not talking, I can hold it closer to the mic, and you guys can have a clearer ATC. So yeah, there you go, kind of like that. Someone asked about new livery on the Lufthansa. Yes, I think so. So here's our Westjet. Let's get the arrival on that. I'm listening for Lufthansa, guys. So
keep the speed up, please. Traffic going to position. We're only at the threshold. Taxi across runway 26 left. Hotel and Alpha to the south side. Yeah, keep the speed up. Hotel Alpha to the south side. You're past 458. Thank you.
okay, guys, we might have a Lufthansa. Yeah, he's on the active right now. And we've got a flare arriving, so it's 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Lufthansa's on the move, guys. I think Lufthansa has to take priority. I'm very sorry. Very sorry, guys. I think we're going to have to sacrifice flare for Lufthansa. Or do we? Do we? I'll try to get both of them for us. We're going to wait for Lufthansa right here. Oh! Yeah, sorry. It's just that that's always the case with Lufthansa. They always bring or depart at the same time that something else interesting is happening. That is the rule of the 747-400. It cannot land or take off without there being something somewhat interesting at the same time. Sod's Law, you guys call it in the UK? So that is Sod's Law in all its glorious splendor. So, where's the flare? Where's the flare? Ooh, I don't want to point the camera in the sun. Let's see, is it down? Yeah, there's flare. Flare's down there. Yeah, it may be. Yeah, I heard something about that. It's against the law for you guys to listen to the ATC in the UK or broadcast it. I'm aware of that. Thank goodness that's not an issue here in Canada or in the United States, I don't think. So we've got a Air Canada Max, the 599 in from Santa Ana.
Victor, short Hotel.
Setting up.
098, taxi via Hotel in Lima to the apron. Hotel, Lima to the apron, flare 098.
No, he's going behind buildings, so let's get the arrival on this side. This flare is kind of playing hard to get. There we go. And we've got another approach shot coming our way, guys. I'm just going to bring the camera around to the approach.
Westjet 717, ground. Yeah, just waiting on ground crew. I'm just going to hold back here if that's okay on this line. And if you need us to move, we can until we wait for crew. Check, thanks. Just as long as hotel's clear behind you, there's going to be traffic taxiing by southbound. Okay, I'll move out to
This is the Westjet 121 in from Calgary. It's a 37. Setting up nicely. So Mark says it's legal in Australia. Okay, good. And then 25 minutes until Lufthansa lands from Munich. Right on. So I'll be watching for that, guys. We're going to get to see it together. Westjet's landing nicely.
Contact departure airborne from Delta 7, clear takeoff runway 265. Takeoff suspect airborne jet.
It's a nice rollout shot, nice tight view of the flight deck. And I'll be watching for the Lufthansa A350. I'm glad that that's due in. In the past we had the Lufthansa 350 arrive at the exact same time the Lufthansa 747 departed, so we had to choose one or the other. So it's nice that they're not on top of each other this time. Yeah, we've got another landing, guys. I'm going to move the camera around gently. It's a Q400 actually setting up, and he's on pretty short finals. And let's have a look. It is it's Air Canada 8299 from Cranbrook. There he is.
Chaz 161, taxi from 38. Chaz 161, ground, runway 26 left. The altimeter is 3019. Our taxi via Lima, Juliet, Hotel, Delta, and Delta 7. Lima, Juliet, Hotel, Delta, Delta 26 left. Chaz 161. Sure.
Beautiful. Nice landing. Spoiler is up as he rolls out nicely. As you can see, the light's getting better now as the sun moves further to the west. We don't have a blown up light. So I'm just going to check the chat. How are you guys doing? Yeah, Lufthansa for the 747, I agree. It always wins over the A350 for sure. So that has to get the preference. And let's have a look what we've got going on here, guys. Vincent the Socio Club is joining us from Brazil. Thank you for joining us. Great to see you here. So it's about 25 minutes now until the Lufthansa A350 arrives, something like that. Nathan Castro from Brazil. Thank you, Nathan. Good to see you here. We've got another aircraft on approach, guys. I'm just going to check it. Bear with me 1 second. Bear with me. It's from Toronto. It's Air Canada 115. It's an A321. Bear with me, guys. I'm just going to move the camera around. I'll do it slowly, so you guys.
Westjet 121, both ways to get to your gates. Blocked. One's waiting on Gulf to get on to 21. Company's pushing at 14, so I'll just keep you there short at Juliet for the moment.
There it is. Looking good. It's looking nice. The light is looking great. Arthur Lang Bridge in the background.
0 Foxtrot, or correction, Zulu, exit left onto hotel and contact ground 121.7. Good night.
Oh, it's nice. Peaceful. Very calm landing.
Westjet 717 ground. Good for 717. Westjet 717, there is a company that wants to get into 17. I have no idea if they're going to have a crew or not. So up to you if you want to loop around, spin around, I'll give you a little lap around the outside and back in, let them in behind you towards 17.
We've got another approach, guys, so I'll just pull back and gently move the camera. Gently move the camera around to the approach. So it's not too...
717, yeah, they can get in that way, so apron there, your discretion to head northbound. Okay, apron our discretion, northbound, we'll up past roughly...
there we go, guys. Q400. It's Air Canada 8400.
Company's going to move out of the way there, taxi via hotel and Gulf into the apron.
From Sandspit.
No worries. 790 Zulu, ground, good day, taxi via Alpha to the apron. You familiar with the location? That's correct, so it'll be a left turn, Foxtrot, that's uncontrolled, just past Bravo, it'll be on your right side. Roger, for 90 Zulu, where are you going to be heading once you're done at customs? Alright, thanks. That'll be back the way you came, so give me a shout when you're ready to head back that way. Roger, 115 Victor Shuttle Hotel for gate 30.
Nice landing.
Canada 115 ground, taxi via hotel and Lima to the apron. There's a dash 8 holding on the north line, waiting to get on to 34.
Wow.
Okay, we'll check the dash there. The hotel Lima to the apron, Canada 115. Roger for Westjet 717, traffic will be entering at Lima, crossing in front, heading into 30, the Air Canada 321. Okay, so holding short Lima.
Okay, guys, I'm just going to have a look at the chat, see how you guys are doing. Let's have a look here. Boing, boing. Okay, well, thank you for tuning in, Boing, boing. Appreciate your being here. And I'm glad you liked the video. I'm glad you liked the footage. So you have a good evening, and thank you so much.
172 ground, runway 26 left, altimeter 3019er, taxi via Echo Delta Delta 7.
Who else have we got here?
Westjet 122, gate 50, request push. Westjet 122 ground, company just taxiing away from behind you. There's traffic well off your left side, heading into 17. Push back and start at your discretion.
We do have something on approach, guys. I'm going to quickly take my eyes off the camera to check the approach, and it's from Kelowna. It's the Westjet 3327. So I'm going to move the camera around right now, guys. So bear with me here. I'll do it nice and slow so you don't get any motion sickness.
Again, Lima, Juliet, Hotel, and Golf back into the apron. Lima, Juliet, Hotel, and Golf back to the apron.
There we go. That's the view, general view of the runway.
Line up runway 26 left.
That's where DHL lives, or UPS, I should say. And here's our Q400. It's looking good. The light just gets better and better.
400, Westjet 37 coming out of the apron at Lima, going to turn southbound on Juliet. Behind them,
Canada Post trucks.
Lima to the apron. Roger, Lima to the apron after Westjet just 400.
It was nice to see those Canada Post trucks in the background. Canada Post has a sort facility right here, just not far from where I'm standing.
Push back and start your discretion. Check traffic on the north line. Headed for 30. So one coming in Lima, they won't be an issue. Going over to 37. I'll quote that's our subject first.
The sun is moving rapidly, actually. Very rapidly.
7900, roger. Turn around east and then your discretion out via Alpha 260.
See what's happening over at Turkish Airlines. They're doing the unloading of that flight right now. So how are you guys doing? So Matt Smith says 2 heavy arrivals in a row coming up. We've got an Air Canada Dreamliner from Heathrow, followed by the A350. Excellent, Matt. Thank you so much for telling me that. That's double thumbs up. Beer Guy says Kelowna's an awesome place. I haven't been there in donkey's years, but I do hear it's beautiful. And they've got a good aviation scene there, too. Esta says it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and still here. Wow! Well, thank you so much for you guys hanging out with me. Lori M, Sue Major, Esta, of course Paul Davies. You guys are real troopers, and I know it's late. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's mega appreciated. So I'm just going to check the flight radar to see if what's on close approach, and what we have from Portland, it's an Air Canada Express 8655, and it's setting up. So I'm going to just, again, slowly move the camera into position. Bear with me, guys.
Mike Optimus, what are you coming up? Mike ready for Pad Bravo. Signal Cleveland Tower, clear direct control tower, hold short runway 26 left. Tower, hold short 26 left, request descent down to 500.
There you go. Now we're going to wait for him to come into frame. Well, he's actually in center frame, so I'll zoom in for us. There it is.
Canada 312, Juliet Delta, Lima. Air Canada 312, give way to the queue, taxiing right to left ahead at Lima, then taxi Juliet, Hotel, Delta, Delta 7. Give way to the Westjet queue, and then Juliet, Hotel, Delta, Delta 7, Air Canada 312. And then Westjet 122, pushback complete, we are ready to go. Westjet 122, runway 26 left, altimeter 3019, taxi via Echo, Delta, Delta 7. Echo, Delta, Delta 7, Westjet 122. Let's go left, left, left. Let's go left, 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 left.
Oh, he's taking the close taxiway, actually. yeah, I thought he was going to roll out to the long one, but he made the short taxiway and a quick U-turn. So I didn't want to burn the camera lens out, so I just thought, okay, I'll let him roll out into the sunset. So.
It looks like Westjet 217 is finally going to the gate. Okay, check, thanks. Westjet 2, go. Westjet 2, Bravo 19, you're locating to Echo 79ers. Westjet 2, push back your discretion around the apron and hold short golf.
I have another aircraft on approach, guys, so bear with me. I'm just going to look and see what that is. You can hear a helicopter buzzing around too. So this is the Heathrow flight. This is the Air Canada 863 from Heathrow, which I now see. And there's a helicopter right there. So, Esther, I'm glad you like these late night streams, and thank you for hanging out with us. Appreciate that. So let's move the camera around for our Air Canada Heathrow arrival.
Actually, Delta, taxi via Delta Yankee, Delta 9 onto runway 26 left end via Charlie to the south side.
We got it.
Ground core 307, request taxi. Core 3107, ground runway 26 left, altimeter 3019er, taxi via Lima, Juliet, Hotel, Delta, and Delta 7. Lima, Juliet, Hotel, Delta, Delta 7, on course 3107. Sure. Good night, guys. Westjet 2, continue around the apron, Lima, Juliet, hold short, Juliet, Charlie, 127.15 on Juliet. Lima, Juliet, Charlie, 307, ground runway 26 left, altimeter 3019, our traffic is the Caravan, they just moved into the apron from Charlie, heading over to Millionaire, taxi via Charlie. Vancouver Tower, Jazz 162, so it's the only visual portion, 126 left. Jazz 162, Vancouver Tower, continue number 1, runway 26 left. Continue number 1, 26 left, 162. Vector 122 Tower, contact departure airborne, Delta 7, clear takeoff runway 26 left. Pleasure airborne,
It's going to pull the camera away, guys, because it's really, really bright there. It's like almost direct into low sun, so we're gonna pass on that for the safety of our camera. But we do have another approach, and you guys called it, and it is our next wide body, which is in from Munich. It's the Lufthansa 476 from Munich, so it's almost here. So for us, there it is.
162, clear to land, runway 26 left. Clear to land, 26 left, Jazz 1.
stupendous. Stupendous, guys. I'm just going to, again, we'll catch him once he's back out of that. If he's out of that extreme brightness. AJ Smith. Hey, AJ. Good to see you here. Thank you for the $10 donation, Dane. It's very, very kind of you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. And I'm glad you're watching while you're preparing the slides for Frankfurt. Yeah, that's it. I mentioned earlier, I'm a slide collector. And I've been collecting aircraft slides for 40 years, something like that. And we're having our big aircraft slide convention in Frankfurt coming up in about 3 weeks. It's the first weekend of November. And we get together and we trade slides for 3 days. So a bunch of us are going to be heading over there for slide trading, aircraft slides. And it's good fun. It's great fun. So AJ's coming over to Frankfurt for the aircraft slide convention, and I look forward to seeing AJ there. It's going to be fun. We do spotting as well, Frankfurt Airport. So it's good. Yeah, it's great. We're both looking forward to it. Oh, we've got another Q400 arriving, guys. So I'm going to gently pull the camera around. And hey, AJ, thanks again for that $10 donation. I really appreciate that. I owe you a beer in Frankfurt. Let's have a look here. Oh, geez, I kind of lost him, but he's right there.
3107, contact Turkish Airlines from Delta 7, clear takeoff runway 261.
What's that on the side of the plane? There's something weird there. See it? And I missed that. Something different painted on the side of the aircraft. And here's our A350. He's going to the inner horseshoe, I guess. Yeah, he's going to the inner horseshoe. Yeah, the action at Frankfurt is absolutely terrific. There's a couple of good spots. I usually don't have a car, so I'm on foot. Oh, look at there's a Beaver float plane, guys. There it is. Oh, look at 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Wow. This one may fly over us. Let's just see what happens here. Yeah, good spotting at Frankfurt. There's the viewing platform, which is at Tor 28. You have to take the employee bus to Tor 28, and then you walk to the spotters platform at the new runway, remote runway, and that's a great spot. There's a Beaver landing on the river.
Westjet 528 Tower, Beavers is remote. They're landing eastbound, left and 7, take off to the west by introduction. Let's try that number, Dr. Tower 12402.
Yeah, some good little action here that we've got. And
90 ground taxi via hotel and Lima to the apron companies holding off at 35.
if you have a car rental in Frankfurt, you can get to a lot of cool spots. So maybe this time we're going to have a car, so you never know. Yeah, there's a great spot on the departure cross runway where you park in this. You park in a park and kind of walk a little trail to this spot, and they rotate right in front of you, and it's absolutely. I mean, they're at speed. You know, large aircraft at speed at very close quarters. So that is a fantastic location. I just love it in Frankfurt. Thought I saw an airplane landing here. Did I? Yeah. Beach 1900. Oh, he does the U-turn and heads down to UPS or DHL. Watch this. Watch this. U-turn on runway U-turn. There it goes. And then he's going to head all the way back to the UPS ramp. So, yeah. Yeah, you could be right, AJ. I mean, I was wondering what that paint aberration there was on the side of the aircraft, because it was, I thought it was maybe, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a decal, or they were celebrating something, but it was in a wonky spot. So I think you're right. I guess the paint chipped away, but it looked different for sure. Yep, hi Blick Fang. I'm glad you are chilling with us tonight. We're just at the airport, relaxing, and waiting to see what comes in next. And I'm sure we'll have something neat coming in. It's the present time here at YVR is only 5:14 p.m. So we've been streaming for 2 hours and 14 minutes, and I think we're going to be here at least another hour. But the days are getting shorter. The days are getting shorter quicker. So there's United right there. So yeah. But I can actually feel the warmth of the sun on my back. Oh, it's nice. It's nice. There's United. I'm just going to see what's happening on the south side. Nothing on the departures right this moment. And we're just scanning the airport. And well, I mean, there's a few people out here spotting. There's a fellow with his camera. There's people sitting down relaxing. It's a nice spot to be, actually. Just because we don't know how long this weather is going to last. So maybe I'll put myself on camera. I can give that a try because we've got a little bit of time here. So why not? Okay guys, here I am. I'm wearing my vest for visibility, but underneath my vest you can see I've got my Airliners Live t-shirt. I've got my Air Canada cap today. I usually have my Airliners Live cap, but I'm doing my Air Canada cap today. So Airliners Live t-shirt and caps are available on the merch store. So if you're interested in getting any of our merchandise, please do. It's high quality stuff, I can tell you that. The cap, the Airliners Live cap, and the shirts are really, really good quality. So it's a nice evening. It's about, I'm going to say 15, 16 degrees Celsius. A little bit of a wind. The aircraft are landing on runway 26 right. We've got departures on 26 left. And this is the Airliners Live channel, and I'm in Vancouver, BC, Canada, and it's really, really clear here. I can see probably 40, 50 miles, if not more. The sky is blue. There's not a single cloud in the sky, and it's just a nice evening. It's a really, really pleasant, relaxing evening. As I say, there's a few people here relaxing and taking pictures, so it's a great spot to hang out at and just watch airplanes. And I'm glad you guys are, watching airplanes with me as well. I'm just thinking about what else I can tell you guys. I heard on the news that it's been the driest April. It's been the driest month on record for the month of September and into October. So we haven't had rain for weeks here in Vancouver, and it's almost like a drought. So there's still forest fires burning further north of here, but we don't have any smoke right now. So we can have smoke, but luckily we don't. So the skies are clear. And yeah, that's kind of what I can tell you. I just wanted to put myself on camera and say hello to you guys in person. So I'll just put my vest back on and I'll climb back behind the camera. So bear with me, guys. There we go, guys. I'm back. I'm just putting my vest back on. Mark Berg says we have a Max 8 about 40 kilometers away. Okay, terrific. And the Nightbot helped me out by posting the link to the Airliners Live merch shop. So, yeah, it's good stuff. If you want to get some, great. If not now, some other time. Esta says we've got Air Canada from Edmonton at 17:29, so that's in about 10 minutes. And what else have we got going on here, guys? Let's see what's happening over at the terminal building. Maybe we can see what's happening at Turkish Airways. I think I heard the truck. Hang on. So there's the ground handling in progress at Turkish Airlines. And we're just chilling, guys. And let's see what's going on. Oh, Matt Smith says, you're not making us feel any better here, Henry. Well, yeah, we've just been lucky with this weather. Been really lucky, because when I was in Manchester, what was it, 2-3 weekends ago, it was pretty good, but when I woke up in the morning there on the Monday morning, it was cold. I think you guys were down to 4 degrees Celsius. And yeah, that's, typical for Vancouver, right, at this time of year. October can be the wettest month of the year in Vancouver. I'm not exaggerating. It can just be raining cats and dogs. But we haven't had a lick of moisture in so long here. And they even say in the United States, in the Midwest, out to California and whatnot, it's difficult for the farmers. They may have difficulty producing enough food and growing enough wheat and whatnot and other things, just because of the drought. So although it's nice and it's clear and it's nice and sunny, the farmers need to get rain. So this is a bit unusual, and I do hope it rains for that reason. But I was reading that just today that we definitely need more rain. Mr. Pokey says we have a 787 from Toronto at 17:32. Terrific. That's 12 minutes from now. Oh yes, Halloween is coming up, right. One of my favorite holidays. I like Halloween a lot. So I love pumpkin pie. I think I might have mentioned that. Do you guys like pumpkin pie? Is that a thing over in Australia and New Zealand? What about in the UK? Here in North America, pumpkin pie is a big thing. Melody James says, here in the UK we're desperate for rain. Okay. I didn't realize that it was in short supply in the UK at this moment. But yeah. What else have you... Sydney has had 2.9 meters of rain so far this year. Happy to swap. Yeah. We'll take the rain, but we won't take the trapdoor spiders. You guys can keep those. And okay, we have something on approach, guys. We've got an aircraft on approach, and I'm just going to check what that is. Edmonton to Vancouver. It's the Air Canada 245. So we finally have an aircraft that's presenting itself here for us at YVR. And there it is. There it is, guys. Well, I knew if we were patient, we'd get something. I'll track him in for you as best I can. That clicking you're hearing is the rotating beacon. Front office looks good. A little bit of brake squeak. And I'll let that go into the brightness of the sun. We'll save our sensor. Ooh, that is bright to the eyes, guys. That is bright to the eyes. We've got another aircraft on approach, so I'll just check the flight radar, and we'll see what that is. It's a little bit ways away, so Let's see what's on approach. Hang on. Oh, that was... Well, guess what it is. It's a Q400. No, it's not. It's the Fly. It's a Central Mountain Dash 8 100. This is cool, guys. This is cool. Lots of rain in Toronto. Okay. Yeah, so this is a special airplane. Well, it's based here, but it's a Dash 8 100. Central Mountain. So these are nice to see. Where is it? There it is. That's a very cool aircraft. Look how small it is. Look how short it is compared to a Q400. You know, these are old airplanes. They were built in the 80s. 82, 83, 84, 85, that kind of vintage on this thing. So, yeah, they're kind of neat, aren't they? Fly Central Mountain. They're only available for charters, so you can't really buy a flight and go for a flight on them. But they do fly regularly. They're based here in Vancouver. It's very cool. Got another aircraft on approach. Let's check the flight radar. We're going to see what that is. Looks like a Boeing. It is. It's an Air Canada Max. It's the flight 221 from Calgary. So I'll just turn the radio on again. And we're back. We're back, guys. Yeah, Sue, it was cool to see, wasn't it? Yeah, lots of rain in Toronto. According to Mel W., Matt Smith, said the Dash 8 is 30 years old. So, yeah, they're nice classic aircraft. I remember when they were brand new, when Air BC had them. I remember when Air BC first got their Dash 8s. Of course, they had Dash 7s already. And the Dash 8 was a new, neat aircraft.
Cat 60 Tower, the Caravan's exiting Delta 5, line up weight, runway 26 off. Just a short delay for IFR separation. Runway, southwest.
So AJ sorting slides for our Frankfurt slide convention.
Delta 5, clear for takeoff.
I look forward to seeing the slides you bring, AJ. If you have any old Air Canada Viscounts or CP DC-8s, old CP shots, old Canadian stuff, AJ, I'd love to see it. Traders, I guess you're bringing stuff from your Newark days, and maybe your Phoenix days, right? AJ used to live in Phoenix in the early 80s, I think, 82, 81, 83, and AJ took great slides at Phoenix Airport. I was trading slides with him back then. So hopefully you'll bring, I know you're going to bring some good stuff, AJ. I look forward to going through it. I'm going to be bringing up my binders of old slides, the stuff my 1960s slides that are special trades. So we've got an aircraft landing. It's a Q400, guys. I'm just going to pull the camera around. And voila. It's magic. Nice greaser shot. And we've got another aircraft on approach, guys, so it got busy. Got nice and busy for us. Let's see what the heck it is. Yeah, it looks big. It's Air Canada 119787 from Toronto. Nice. Quality as he rolls off into the sunset. So my battery's just packed it in on the scanner, so I'm going to set the scanner down, guys. It's going to be voice only from now, my voice. So I hope I don't bore you. We do. I know we've got some more interesting aircraft coming. We've got the two Convairs, the Convair 580s. They're about half an hour from now, so hopefully they'll land on this runway. That would be nice. That would be really nice. We'll tell from the telltale smoke that I love. So Paul says we're spoiled for choice with heavies. Yes, we are. We have been for sure. Matt Smith says battery check, Mr. Tenby. And the battery's at 29%, Matt. So I think probably I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I've actually turned on the permanent battery indicator now, but I do need to watch it still. So yeah, 29% on the battery. And we have an aircraft setting up on approach. And Paul Davies says we have 469 likes. So if any of you guys are watching right now and you haven't hit the like button, please do. Please hit that like button and help us out. That would be massively appreciated. And Esta says Air Canada, due at 17:58 from Phoenix, has diverted back to Phoenix. Oh, yikes. I'm sorry to hear that. That's not good. Hopefully, if there was a passenger that wasn't well, I hope they're taken care of. And yeah, so we're just wishing them all the best. on that, but thanks for letting us know. Mr. Proki says, interesting landing on those. Seems like they let it fairly steep glide path and hit the thrust right before the ground. Yeah, oh, you're talking about the Q400s. Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it? They do kind of fly nose attitude down towards the ground, and they flare. So, yeah, a bit different. So, what else can we tell you guys? Well, we've got an aircraft on approach. So I'll tell you what it is. It's from Edmonton. It's a Westjet 173. It's a 737. And there's our Air Canada. Yeah, the light's good there. Not bad. 787, that's the one that just arrived that I was letting. It was right into the glaring sun, so I just let it pass, right? Just because I didn't want to point the camera direct into a setting. I mean, when the sun's low, it's okay. You can point the camera into it, but right now it's still very strong, and I just don't want to risk our sensor getting fried. So let's go get the this Westjet landing from Edmonton as the 173. Let's slowly move it around. Oops. And where is that? No. Where's the kid? There we go. See, the light's getting better now, guys. Notice that? Now that the sun's not as extreme in our face into the camera, it's better quality. There's not much breeze at all, really. There was a bit more breeze, but it's kind of died down a bit. Oh, I hear a siren. And yeah, something's happening at the terminal building. Maybe an ambulance? Not sure. Yeah, this is the Westjet old colors. We saw the new colors, right, with the tail scheme going down onto the rear fuselage. Oh, and here they're towing a MAX. They're towing a MAX right in front of us. There it is. It's towing him from the U.S. gates over to the domestic gates. There's the aircraft maintenance engineer riding the brakes. Lucky devil. We're waiting for action. We're waiting for jet action. Temperature's cooling, perhaps a little bit, I'll say. As that sun goes down, it very quickly gets cooler here in Vancouver. So how are you guys doing in the chat? Let's have a look. Okay, Asta says we have a Westjet from Comox due at 17:51, an Air Canada from Toronto at 17:31. Well, okay, so we've already seen that. Yeah, of course, we've seen the Air Canada from Toronto already. That was the 787, exactly. Now, what does riding the brakes mean? Okay, great question. You see, I assumed that everybody knew what that meant. Okay, so when they tow an airplane like that, for safety, you have a maintenance engineer or a pilot sitting in the cockpit with his foot able to hit the brakes if they need to brake the airplane, meaning stop the aircraft if there's an emergency. If I don't know, if it breaks, if it comes loose from the tug, for example, you need to have somebody in the cockpit, quote, riding the brakes so they can hit the brakes and stop the aircraft from moving if necessary. So that's what the term riding the brakes means, and it's done on when they tow aircraft. So, and there you could definitely see there was somebody up in the cockpit riding the brakes. This guy's taxiing out. This is the United 1756 heading to Los Angeles. Looking good. What is that, a 737-800, I think? Something like that. It's not a MAX. You can tell by the engines, right? Definitely not a MAX. Engines are too small and they're not slung high enough above the wing. Yeah. I don't think it's a MAX. Let's have a look. They're calling it as a... It is a MAX. It's a MAX 9. Okay. I need to get a new pair of glasses. That's obvious. Henry Tenby needs a new pair of glasses, everybody. He couldn't tell the difference between an 8 and a MAX 9. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Andrew, for also confirming that it is a MAX. So Sue Major says Icelandair in half an hour if you are still around. You mean half an hour inbound? Because we just saw them depart. That's usually they depart with the same airplane that they arrive with. So I wonder if that's accurate, that Icelandair is coming in with another aircraft. If that's the case, that's interesting. I'm not sure if we'll be here in half an hour. We just have to kind of wait and see, right? See how the light plays out for us. Play it by ear, right? Because when the sun goes down, it gets dark fast, and I don't want to be, out here with all my gear in a rush to put it away in the dark. So, what's my favorite aircraft? Esta asks. Well, I have two favorite aircraft. I have many aircraft that I like, but I do have two favorite aircraft, and that's because I was born and raised here in Vancouver, Canada. And when I grew up, Air Canada used to have in service, and I used to fly on them, Vickers, Viscounts, and Vanguards. And I remember flying on them both. So they were built in England, but yes, Air Canada had a large fleet. 54 or 55 Air Canada Viscounts were in service between 1954 and 1974. 20 years. And when I was a kid, I used to fly in the Air Canada Viscounts between Ottawa and Toronto, as well as out of here too, I think. But I definitely remember flying on the Air Canada Viscounts and the Vanguards. So my two favorite aircraft types are Viscounts and Vanguards. And then after that, my next two favorite aircraft would be Boeing 707s and DC-8s. Air Canada and CPR operated fleets of DC-8s, all series, from shorts to stretches. I flew on many of them as a kid. I used to fly in CPR stretch 8s from Vancouver to Honolulu. I have an uncle that lives in Hawaii with his family. They were there. The family was there. His kids have grown up and moved away. But we used to visit Hawaii over Christmas time, Christmas holidays throughout the 70s. And I had many DC-8 flights. So yeah, that's the answer to the question. Yeah. Viscount and Vanguard would be my favorite types, and then my next favorite types and memories would be on DC-8s, and I like 707s as well. So what about you guys? Curious to know what some of your favorite types are. Maybe just pop them into the chat, and I can have a look. That would be amazing. So, and then what about favorite airlines? Do you guys have any favorite airlines out there? In terms of whatever, it could be you like the scheme, or you like the service, or you like their iconic history, whatever, right? What are your favorite airlines? Yeah, Andrew says 4 screaming darts. Yes, please. Yeah, it's my cup of tea. So we're just kind of waiting for our next movement. I'm going to check the... Ben likes Qantas and KLM. Sue says 757. Blick 747. Okay, I like 747s too. I can tell you guys about that. And let's see what we've got. Oh, guess what? Our UPS is coming out. Our UPS is taxing out from the UPS stand. So we're going to be able to watch him. It's an A300. And I've got my eyes peeled for it. So, that was my phone. Spam call. Yeah. Yeah, 747, guys. I love the 747, especially the 400. And before the pandemic, we were in Thailand. Well, we went to Thailand, and we used points, and we flew in business class from Hong Kong to Bangkok to Phuket, back to Bangkok, and then to Seoul. And we had several 747-400 flights in business class, but they let us sit in the first class section. So we were seated in row 2, and it was amazing. I think it might be the only time I've ever been in the first class section of a 747 as a passenger in flight. It was amazing. So, and I've got a lot of video on it too. So tons of video actually. So it's on my to-do list is to release it. So I'll let you guys know about it. But yeah. So let's see what else. Nabila says I'm Canadian. Sue Major says Lufthansa, Air New Zealand, 747. Peter Lee, Lockheed Electra, and old Ansett Airlines of Australia. Oh yeah, Ansett. I know about Ansett. Great history. Sir Peter Abels was the founder of Ansett. He's a legend, or he was a legend in Australian aviation. And I worked for Ansett, believe it or not. When I graduated from university, my first job was working for a leasing company in Seattle, Bellevue, Washington, and it was owned by Sir Peter Abels, believe it or not, of Ansett Worldwide Leasing. And I worked for one of the subsidiary companies called Corsair, jointly owned by Sir Peter Abels of Ansett and Leslie Hong, who was my boss. He was an ex-Boeing salesman. Yeah, great history with Ansett. My dad went to Australia in about 1991, and the airline, the Ansett people were very, very kind and friendly to my dad. Ansett had Electras. They sure did. First passenger, then cargo. They were converted to cargo. We've got another aircraft landing here, guys. What else have we got here? So Kamloops Cruiser says favorite flights were on stretch DC-8s between Vancouver and Prince George. Okay. I didn't know they had the DC-8 between Vancouver and Prince George, but favorite airline was Pacific Western. But if CP operated the DC-8 to Prince George, that was something I didn't know, and that's incredible. It was a long-range aircraft. So this is WestJet 719 inbound from Toronto. So Carwin Davies likes A380s and 787s. Yeah, we have a good variety of interests here in our group. I mean, of course, we like all airliners, right? We like all aircraft. Light's getting good. Again, I like that decorated winglet, that Westjet inboard view of the winglet with the Westjet writing on it. It's cool. Okay, what's next on approach, guys? What's next? Oh, it's the Westjet Saab 340 in from Comox. So let's go get that. Oh, but first of all, we had a departure on the other side. But now we can get the Westjet Saab 340. And we've got 14% on the battery, guys. It's going to collapse. Okay, we may have to do a battery change like very quickly. So if we lose the camera, just know I'm going to change it right away. But I just want to see if we can get this thing coming in. Amazing, guys. Okay, we're going to change the battery like right now, so bear with me. Bear with me. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hang on. Thanks, guys. I'm back. I'm back in black. Back in black. And that was quick. That was good stuff. We are back in the saddle. Just get my remote. We've got airplanes stacked up on the approach, which is the way I like to see them. How do you like your aircraft stacked up on approach? So let's just see what we've got next on deck. It's two Q400s. Two Q400s, guys. Surprise, surprise. So yeah, thanks, Steve. Did the best I could. Got the spare wallet in the back, battery in my back pocket, ready to roll. So, let's see if you guys can see the two aircraft on approach. There's lights, right? Hang on. There it is. What is that? Oh, it's maybe a King Air. Might be a King Air, guys. We'll just kind of zoom it in here. Yeah, it's a King Air. Medevac flight. Usually they land on the south side, but in this case they came in here on the north side, so for our benefit, our viewing pleasure. course, we see these aircraft all the time. Oh, look who snuck. My goodness, guys, that's the UPS. It completely taxied down here without me even seeing it. It's kind of bizarre. Anyhow, we've got a Westjet 37 in from Calgary, flight 123. Convenient flight number 123. Yeah, Bo, Britain, YVR is not bad. I mean, we've had obviously busier, but kind of just picked up nicely for us. There's the A300 taxing. It's our only A300 service here in Vancouver, believe it or not. Wish we had more, but beggars can't be choosers. We mustn't grumble. And let's get the Westjet arrival. Sorry about that, guys, but wanted to Does that say Airliners Live in the window? Hope so. Beautiful. Now we have, what's going on here? Oh, there's the 8th. This guy's just taxing as well. It's just kind of bright there, so I'm just going to let him come back to us. So how's everybody doing? Still hanging in there? Hope everybody's well. I'm looking for the Convair's, right? Because they should be kind of coming in any minute. And I don't see them, so hopefully we'll get to see them soon. Oh, KLM is pushing back, though. Wow, that was a fast turnaround. Looks like they're going to disconnect about right here. So Sue Lawson says the Icelandair is in 3 minutes. Well, that's awesome. We get a double Icelandair today, guys. I'm stoked. Esta said I just had my second pumpkin spice coffee. Oh, wonderful. That is wonderful. I'm craving now pumpkin pie. So, is KLM on a leash? Yes, it is. It's on a very short leash, a very small leash. Exactly. Colin Davey says, how long are you streaming till as China Airlines is coming in from 1910? No, it'll be dark by then. Sunset is at, it's about 6:38, so it'll be long since dark. We'll probably go in for about another half an hour if the sun holds out. Something like that. We'll play it by ear, guys. But yeah, definitely it's going to be pitch black. But if we've got Icelandair, oh my gosh, guys, we are... Oh yes, Icelandair, Keflavik arrival. Kef, Reykjavik. Icelandair 456. I can see it, guys. I can see it. Yikes. You know what? Time to pull the camera around. I am sorry, KLM. I'm very sorry, but we have two things going at the same time. So, When it rains, it pours. You guys know that. This is YVR. You guys know that. Well, that was something, guys. That was mega. Just loved it. And so you guys are... Sue, thank you so much, Sue Major, for telling me that it was coming. I mean, I really do appreciate all your help. Back to this. Back to these guys. They're starting engines on the KLM 777. Hear them spooling up. Heading to Amsterdam, of course. KLM scheme looks absolutely fantastic. Love it. Love it. You know, it's just such a lovely, classic, iconic scheme. Who doesn't like KLM scheme? Yeah, airplanes in action, it's just beautiful. That's right, Blick Fang. It is getting golden. The golden hour is approaching. It totally is. We got a Q400 on approach, guys. What do you think? Hold just very quickly. Should I hold the KLM or film the Q400? I want to see what you guys say in the chat. Matt Smith says taking a 777 for a walk. So guys, so I sacrifice the KLM. Do I hold the KLM or do I go get the Q400? Let's see what you guys say. Well, hold. Blick says LOL. Okay, I'm holding. We're holding. Yeah, Matt Smith, stay with the heavy. That's it. I think so, guys. Okay, go with the heavy. So, very quickly, we'll just go with this heavy. Okay, so we got that heavy. Back to our Dutch heavy. Our Dutch baby. Oh, look at this, guys. Look. Oh, I didn't realize that this was coming in. I am so sorry. I thought it was a bloody Q400. It wasn't. It was this beautiful piece of kit. And here's, look, this, we got great action. Well, it's good action, guys. There's a lot of things happening on the field. Too many options. Exactly. That's exactly it. Too many options. Where do you point the camera, right? It's either sheer boredom or pandemonium. Not quite. That's over the top. But you guys know what I mean, right? So, we have an aircraft on approach. I can't quite figure it out. We've got 2 helicopters above me. I wonder if this is a Convair coming in. I think it is, guys. I think I'm just going to point the camera because I think we have a Convair smoking in. And I'm going to film the heck out of it. I'm going to film the heck out of it if that's what it is. See it? Can you see that light? I'm just going to hold that because I think it might be an old Smoky. Where is it? Kind of disappeared. Maybe it isn't. I'm just kind of looking for it. There. Oh, it's a Dash 8. Darn. Yeah, this is our Q400. I thought it was a smoking aircraft, but it's not. This is coming in from Kelowna. It's a Westjet Encore Q400. Looks good though, because the light's getting good. Got another one coming in on its tail here, so right on its tail. So I'm just going to bring the camera around. It's another Q400, of course. And I guess the 580s don't know what happened to them, but here's the Q400 coming in from Victoria. Air Canada 8164. Got another aircraft on approach too. This is from Seattle. It's the Delta Airlines 3808. It's an Embraer 175. So back-to-back action, guys. Back-to-back. Slowly move the camera around, and the sun's now going down pretty quick, and the temperature is dropping. I'm starting to Schiffer, believe it or not. After this guy lands, I'm going to put my jacket on. Convair, guys. We've got the Convair. Fantastic. Okay. Wait, hang on. Wow, guys, that's incredible. But my tripod's just broken on me, which is very strange. It's not. It's just like right on the Convair, I've got a broken tripod, which is highly unusual. It's just not. It's come unloose, which has never ever happened. So very, very frustrating. fiddle with that. That has never happened. And again, I apologize for this. It's just wonky. Yeah, it's just, that is very strange. I don't know what's going on. No. It's completely... No, I don't know, guys. I do not know. I'm flabbergasted, but it's just... It's not holding. Absolutely not holding. The whole thing's just come apart on me. I have never seen anything like this before, guys. I apologize. That tripod is just... The whole head has come loose from the assembly. And I think... I don't know if I can fix this, because it's just... I don't know what this is. Never seen this before. It is just completely unhinged from the top. That is really, really strange. I don't know. So the tripod is, I mean, there's absolutely no tension on it at all. It's just gone all loose on me. I'm not sure if we've got anything else coming in, guys. This might be the time to end the show, given that the tripod has failed, which is highly, highly frustrating, guys. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with duct tape. It's just like the whole mechanism's given way. It just let go. Wow. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I really don't know, but the sun is now, yeah, even the up-down seems to be working, but the whole mechanism's just gone completely loose on me. So, it just, there's... I think I'm going to end the show, guys, just because the tripod is now not working. So I'm going to, just bear with me, I'm just going to do official sign off right now. Yeah. Guys, yeah, I don't know what to say, but we just sent this tripod in for servicing, and the thing's just completely failed on me. It's just broken. So, I'm going to end the show now. There's nothing coming in anyhow for a while. The sun's setting, so I've got to get this tripod fixed over the next day or so in time for our Thursday show. So I hope everybody enjoyed the show. I apologize for this technical issue. It was going good right till the end, and then as soon as the Convair showed up, everything went south. So I apologize, and I look forward to seeing everybody on Thursday. So thank you for tuning in, everybody. All the best.